first start with a breath. Inhale and exhale. And use your breath to clear the space. Inhale and exhale. Breathing with intention. One more breath together. Inhale and exhale. And throughout the next few minutes, I'm gonna have you breathe on your own. And unless I say inhale or exhale, that's when we're intentionally breathing together. But try to make your breaths as long and as mindful as you can during this time that we're together. We often have short breaths and are not thinking about how much more can we expand. So one of the very first and easiest things you can do with meditation is focusing on that breath. A few things that I wanted to talk about. You guys already know me. I'm Levy. I got my Reiki Master attunement when I lived in Japan for 5 years, and that's where Reiki started. And when I thought of doing this event, I didn't need for everyone to be a Reiki practitioner or a Reiki master. And actually, the way I learned Reiki was that we know it from when we were children. Like when you fall on your knee, you use your hands and you cover your knee and you're like, ow, 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 because you feel like holding or healing from your hands is going to help. It's just an instinctual thing. The very basics of Reiki is just spreading healing or spreading light through your hands, but it doesn't have to be from your hands. And the way we're going to do it, you can just visualize light coming out of your heart. Let's see. I'm not going to give you too much information about Reiki. I know Amra already knows because she recently became Reiki attuned, but really just think of it as a way to spread light. It's what I do with my crystals. You know, I don't want you to just wear it. I want you to wear it with intention. I'm empowering the crystals to be better versions of themselves so that they can help you. And that's what we're going to do for the next few minutes. So with that said, before we officially start, I'm going to have you prepare the space around you. So if you have a crystal, if you're wearing it, just like remembering it's there and holding it, that's one thing that you can do. If you have a candle and you want to use the candle, go ahead and light it now. If you don't want to use a candle, but you just have one in front of you, just imagine that it's lit. And we're just setting up the space. If you have a crystal that you're not wearing and you just want a visual of it kind of in front of you, make sure you just set it like with intention, right? Like, okay, I want this labradorite right here. So then when I stop paying attention, I'll know to look at it. Or like, I'll wear this, but then maybe my other necklace, I'll take it off and I'll just have it around me. So we're setting up the space to have a successful kind of meditation or visualization. And lastly, to set up the space, I'm going to use Palo Santo. If you don't have that, don't worry, because I can share. But also, if you do have it, it's just a good way to start. So Palo Santo means sacred wood. And I'm going to light it. Sage also works just to clear any energy that's around me and around you. If you don't have it at home, just visualize it close to you. So there's a little smoke coming out. So I'm actually gonna sage the camera and you can just pretend that I'm saging you. Sage Palo Santo ing. And when you have it, there's no need to make a huge ritual about it. When you see the smoke, you just put it around your head, around your third eye, around your neck. Or anywhere that you feel like, oh, I have like some stuck energy in my shoulders. That's where I'm holding it. So I'm just gonna leave this here and imagine that smoke just releasing it. You can do it with your eyes closed because it's a little bit easier to sense where in your body you need it most. And this is actually something I do when I receive crystals, new crystals that before I create with them, I want to clear their energy because they might carry some from transportation or anything like that from the miners. So I clear their energy with Palo Santo. I'm just gonna do, it doesn't have to be that long, it could just be really quick. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. And usually you keep doing this until the smoke runs out and you can either set it down or go back for more. But since clearing energy is not necessarily the intention of today, I'm just gonna set it down right now so we can get started. Now that that's all set, get into a really comfortable position. I'm gonna start a visualization. Inhale through your nose and exhale. And the intention of this visualization is to empower the BLM movement. But you can't pour from an empty cup. So first we have to fill our own. Inhale and exhale. And keep your eyes closed for just a moment and rub your hands together until it generates heat. And then put the palms of your hands just over your heart. You can actually touch your chest or just keep it like a centimeter away, but you still feel the warmth. And you're just gonna stay there for a moment. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And imagine the heat from your hands warming up your heart being filled with white light, getting bigger and bigger. And as we give this white light to ourselves, if this is in your practice and if you feel comfortable doing this, invite any angels and guides that you feel might be helpful for the next few moments. So that could mean someone who's passed, who's always got your back. Someone maybe you've never met, but you just know is always there. Maybe an angel that you know his name. Maybe a name that your parents have taught you. Like a lot of people know Archangel Michael. Anyone, if you want to call them, use their name in your head, call them by name and ask them, can you be with me as I give myself light, as I send light out into the world? And as your hands are in front of your heart, warming up your heart, you're also imagining them with you. bringing you light. And imagine this light growing from your heart all the way to your throat and into the top of your stomach, your solar plexus, giving you the strength to speak out for what you feel is wrong and unjust, giving you the power to move on. And if you feel like you want to move your hands to your throat or your solar plexus, you can do that. You can always just keep your hands at your heart if that feels more comfortable. So there is a big circle in your heart, a bigger circle going all the way from your throat to your solar plexus, and imagining this circle getting even bigger up to your third eye, your forehead, and the bottom of your stomach. Inhale and exhale. It's a blinding white light. It's getting even bigger from your hands, from your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, to your crown, to your hips, to your sacrum, to your knees, to your toes, your whole body engulfed in white light. Inhale and exhale. And imagine this white light from your crown reaching up, up, up 300 feet into the sky. And from your toes, reaching down, rooting into the earth, as above, so below. Strong and powerful white light. And now imagine this white light directed towards you. It's becoming a fog. Inhale and exhale. And this fog is filling up the room that you're in, bringing in light and peace. It's filling up your house and the people in your house, in the kitchen, in the bedrooms. They may not know it, but it's there, filling their hearts, their crowns, this white light reaching 300 feet above, 300 feet below. And imagine this white light spreading from your house to your neighbors and to their neighbors, like this huge fog. Some people notice and some don't, but it's there. Inhale and exhale. It's taking over your whole block, to the next block, to the next block. And maybe you even imagine some people knowing what's happening, and they are stopping and doing the same thing, meditating and visualizing this white light spreading to your whole town, to your whole city. Inhale and exhale. Feeling your heartbeat and feeling everyone else's heartbeats. This white light is spreading from your city to the bigger cities surrounding you, to your state, to your surrounding states, to the whole country. And our surrounding countries, to Canada, to Mexico, across the oceans, to Europe, to Asia, until this huge white light is engulfing the world. And all of these people all over the world are receiving this white light. Some know it and some don't. And imagine the ones who know it, they are pausing and they are feeling and they are giving. Feel your heartbeat. Inhale and exhale. And imagine this white light remembering our intention being directed to the United States, to those in the front line using their voices to remind us that Black Lives Matter. Imagine a brighter white light that everyone is sending to them to empower their voices, to make them stronger. Imagine their voices getting louder and being heard, talking about their injustices, talking and acting until we all hear their words. Imagine yourself right now with them. Inhale and exhale. Imagine your angels and guides, those guys who always have our backs. You're going to ask them, hey, we need your help here. Imagine yourself at the front lines with your team, using your voice, holding up your signs, empowering, enriching, enlightening, and reminding everyone that Black Lives Matter. Inhale and exhale, and slowly bring one hand to your throat, further strengthening your throat chakra, not just with your words, but with your actions and the way that you feel can bring justice and education to our youth, to our environments. You are doing what you can in every way, each day different from the next. Inhale and exhale. Imagine us all standing at the front lines, screaming injustices until there is no police brutality, making changes. And notice your breath. Come back and take a deep inhale and a deep exhale, remembering that the light and the peace comes from you, and it is your breath that tells you. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Breathe at your pace as deeply as you can, envisioning yourself and your angels and guides at the front lines, being protected, chanting your words, holding your signs, and making change, empowering those next to you. Turn right and turn left. And imagine the light in your heart touching the light in the heart of the person next to you, until another light comes from their heart to another person. And imagine this bright, bright light illuminated by our heartbeats. Inhale and exhale. We're going to stay here in silence, envisioning, feeling, visualizing this movement getting stronger and being successful. Take a big inhale and a big exhale as we slowly come back into the room, maintaining the light that is there. Keeping your light, keeping the visualization of yourself and your guides and a powerful movement happening. Keeping that there, you're going to slowly come into the room without dimming the light. Big inhale, big exhale. When you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open. And look around the room. Maybe feel the necklace. If you have any crystals or if you have the candle, just gaze at them. And even though your light is still shining bright, you're going to come back into the room, still being yourself, looking around, noticing the colors, getting grounded. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the light bright. Notice your crown. Notice the top of your head. Notice the forehead and your nose. Just notice. Notice your throat, your shoulders, your heart. Acknowledge that they're there. Notice your solar plexus, your crown, your sacrum. Notice your feet. Wiggle your toes and stomp your feet to get back into the room to ground yourself. Put your hands on your knees as you stomp the feet, slowly getting us back into the room. Continuing the stomping until you feel that you're fully there. Inhale, we're going to get into our bodies and just roll our shoulders forward and up. And then exhale back and down. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. And now imagine that during this visualization, as if we were being power washed with bright light, like as if bright light was shining on us like a big stream of water, that there's some debris. So I'm going to use my hands to show how that's going to feel, but you can just imagine like that debris. Like, I don't need this. I don't need that. Any debris, any shame that you might have felt, any shame that maybe you were giving to others, any feelings of not doing enough, anything that doesn't serve you right now, you're just gonna let them go. Imagine your angels and guides just helping you out. Well, you don't need this. You don't need that. This is holding you back. I'm just gonna take that chip off your shoulder. I'm taking this off too. You don't need this right now. And you feel lighter. Have a deep inhale and deep exhale. And imagine your aura about 3 feet away from your body, more or less. And you're gonna protect yourself by just imagining that it's covered in titanium steel, because you cannot give from an empty cup, you cannot pour from an empty cup, so you have to protect yourself. So envisioning that we are surrounded by titanium steel, but imagining that this steel allows in education, it allows in other light, it allows in help from others, kind words, it allows in what serves you. And this kind of steel knows what does not serve you. And even imagine it coming towards you and then ping, it's not going to reach you. So we gave our light and now we're protecting ours around us. Coming fully into the room, slowly closing the few moments that we had together. Take another big inhale and another exhale. And if you feel like you need to take a few more movements to just come back, if it feels like, oh, I still got this little chip off my shoulder, let me get that out of here. If it feels like you need some smoke to help you out and you need some Palo Santo to just clear any of the debris, go ahead and do that. And if you don't have sage or Palo Santo, then you're just gonna imagine it. Let's take one more breath together. Inhale and exhale. And we're fully in the room, fully back in our bodies as we close this short time that we had together. Just remember, you can always do this on your own. Right? I know that some of you are doing what you can to empower this movement, but empowering comes in different ways, right? With actually standing and protesting, or educating yourself, or educating your students, or talking to your parents about certain things that shouldn't be said, whatever it is, it's gonna be different every day. And you can always turn back to this. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of this, for coming, for being with me. And I'm going to save this recording and hopefully it worked. And I'll post it so that you can listen. Maybe not every day, or every day. I just want to take one more breath with you. Thank you. Thank you for listening and visualizing with me and being.